Hi everybody, how are you? So I am going to read a couple premonitions, but I was digging through my bag and I noticed my hairbrush, and then I noticed my little tiny matching hairbrush, so a little keychain. I don't know if anybody likes little things. I love little things. I found this little Hello Kitty in my purse. I also have 3 daughters, so you never know what's going to end up in my purse. So just starting off a little light this time, because we doesn't always start off light here, does it, guys? So I have quite a few things. I'm gonna start with this though. So a lot of people have been asking me, how do you activate your spirit guides, or how do you activate your spirit gifts? So we're gonna start with guides first, and then I'll do another one on gifts. But this is what I have for you. I like to do daily activation and daily gratitudes. So I say hi to my guides. I talk to them. I don't just ask for things. They are beings too. They don't want to just always be asked for things. I mean, they don't mind as much as like a human, but it's better if you talk to them. Just let them know how your day's going. They're not omnipotent, so they don't know everything. Your higher self does. But I always view the higher self as, okay, so we're down here and we're in, imagine a opening, like there's rocks on the other side, and the higher self is standing up above, and they can see far ahead. They're on top of the mountain, they can see far ahead. We're down in the valley and we're trudging along, and we can only see what's right ahead of us. So our higher self has a much better view of what's ahead, although because we have free will and we can make different choices, sometimes the outcome is unknown. Even for people like me, that's part of the reason we get stuff wrong. We read the most likely probability, which doesn't always turn out. Sometimes it's the lesser one. And not all people who can read probabilities and predictions can tell the percentages. I can't for every one of them. I can tell for some of them. So be specific too with your guides. They're very adamant that you be specific. Whatever it is, the person you want, the job you want, the place you want to live, very, very specific. I mean, if you want a new apartment and you want it to have a balcony, and you want it to have a pool access, and you want it to have, an elevator that's never crowded, and you don't want a neighbor above you that's stomping all night long, specific. They like specific. And a bonus, if you just want to light a candle, I usually do a white candle, but you can look up the different meanings of candles. Colors are a very spiritual thing too. They have a lot of meaning. So I could do a video if you guys want. Comment below if you want me to do on the different colors of candles that you can light for different things. Black is protection. White is also protection, but in a different way. It's more like blessings, protection, whereas black is like get the negative away, protection. Light's just the white ones are just kind of like an airy feel. Okay, so this is one of the mantras that I say when I want to get their attention. I now awaken all spiritual gifts, blessings, and messages aligned with my highest good. My mission in this incarnation or life, my most abundant, healthiest, kindest, spiciest, whatever you want to put in there, etc. timeline. And may this all be done with ease, thoughtfulness, divine protection, and please guide me to the right people, places, and things at the right time. So something like that. You can add in your own flair. There's no right or wrong when talking to your guides. Just kind of always ask for your highest alignment, highest timeline. Ask for what you want. Just be specific. This is your reality. You create it. Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're probably right. You're definitely right. So, let's see what else they have here. Activating your gifts and things is like a muscle. It has to be stretched. It has to be used, and it's really uncomfortable when we start doing that with a new muscle, right? So sometimes when you start using your gifts and talking to your guides, you're going to be a little uncomfortable until you get used to it. But just keep talking. They love to have people talk to them. They're there with you. You have guides that are with you all of the time, always. And then you have guides that come and go. You have guides that stay with you during certain parts of your life and not others. So you have guides all the time. And unless you try to control your gifts, and unless you try to control using them, and like it has to be this way, it has to be this way, it has to be this way, I have to understand it, the further away it gets. The more you just surrender and say, okay, I can do this, I'm just gonna let it come to me when it needs to, and trust in the process. They tell me that all the time. I'm like, okay, I get it. Trust in the process, because I am a controller. I had a horrible childhood. I like to control things. I had safety. But I've learned the more I surrender, the easier it just is. So at this point, I'm just like, whatever. I just trust you. I trust it. My main mantra that I use every day, and you are welcome to steal this, is everything always works out for me, and then some. It always works out for me, and then some. And it does. I mean, my life has been rough, but it always works out for me. It always balances out. I've always had great balance. Oh, and another one that you want to repeat to yourself when you get frustrated with the universe, and your guides really want to remind you of this. They push it at me all the time. It's happening for you, not to you. And that one pisses me off too sometimes. It's rough, I know, because you're like, this horrible thing just happened to me. How's it? Oh. Yeah.
Do you know you're at a parking spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Okay. We're just gonna pull a little bit, guys. So he had to mansplain to me how to park. That was fun. I don't know if that's a sign for anybody or me or just random, mundane. That's happened a lot. Last time when I was doing a live, somebody knocked on the door last night and was like, we're closing the park, please leave. So no one hardly ever knocks on my window what's going on? Nobody hardly ever knocks on my window or door. That's just super weird to me. Okay, let's finish this up and then I will get to the next one. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, so when you say that, the mantra that I gave you about, I now awaken all spiritual gifts and blessings and things like that, you're basically inviting your higher self, your spirit team, your source, to begin the activation process. Because you want to say, I activate my gifts too. Daily activation. And you can, do a different version of just say, I activate my gifts for my highest timeline. I activate my spirit team to help me with my gifts. I accept this. I consent. I'm ready. Because free will is everything in this life. It's everything. So if you don't say you want that, they're not going to give it. They're not going to help. And they are doing stuff behind the scenes. Yeah, so when you activate, it's not going to happen instantly. It's very rare. I mean, it can, but it's really rare for something to activate instantly. The more you do it, the more likely it is to activate, especially the bigger it is. It doesn't just come instantly, especially if you've spent, your whole life kind of being a negative Nelly. You have to work on that. And you also have to make room. And part of making room for your gifts to come in and your blessings to come in is healing pain, is working on your shadow work. So the more you work on that and the more you release and the more you are authentic, the more everything comes in quicker. Being authentic is key for this. They really reward authenticity. All right. So I hope that helped. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.